Hello guys and welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and in today's video we have something excited to talk about. In today's video I am going to actually be aquascaping my Blue Bowl Megaflix first saltwater aquarium. I am so excited to show you guys how my aquascape turned out. I'm really excited about it, guys. It looks absolutely really cool. Alright, so first off, I think we should probably talk about the rock that I chose, and in the saltwater aquarium hobby, you really have two rocks to choose, right? You either have live rock or you have dry rock, and I definitely prefer dry rock. I do not want live rock in the aquarium because this is going to be a seahorse tank, guys, and yeah, this is my first saltwater aquarium. Don't worry, my plan is not to go right out the bat and get seahorses. I hope to eventually get them in this aquarium, which means the aquascape for this tank has to keep them in mind, because one day I will have seahorses in this aquarium. And live rock, you think live rock is good because live rock has beneficial bacteria already on it. Stick that in your tank and you'll already have a running filtration system in your aquarium like that. Problem is, you get a bunch of pests like Aptasia and bristle worms and a whole bunch of other bad stuff. Aptasia stars that bite your seahorses and eat your seahorses. That's not good. That's not what you want in your aquarium. Basically, what I'm saying is don't do live rock. Even if you're doing a coral tank, don't do live rock. There's too much of a risk doing live rock. And a lot of people today prefer not to do live rock. There are more man-made and dry rocks that people do today than anything else. And yeah, so really I had a choice of whether I wanted a dry rock white rock or a dry rock purple rock. And with this aquarium, I really wanted this aquarium to look aged. I really wanted this aquarium to look like it's been there for a long period of time. And so the white rock, just going with white rock. Yes, I'm going to put coralline algae in this aquarium. Yes, it will turn purple eventually, but it was definitely not the look that I wanted. I really want this aquarium to look right off the bat like it's been there for a long period of time. So I definitely wanted to get a purple rock, a purple dry rock. Not live rock. Not live rock, but I definitely wanted a purple rock. So I really could go with either real reef rock, but I really liked the shapes that carob seed life rock provided, and that's the one that I chose to do for this aquarium. Now, the thing about your rock, it's great for filtration, and I've already talked about this in another video, but yes, this aquarium is going to be a bare bottom aquarium, but I hope to add a lot of surface with the rock. I plan to have a lot of rock on the surface of my aquarium. I'm definitely not going to have a substrate there or anything like that, or gravel there or anything like that, but I definitely want as much surface rock as much as I possibly can get on the surface of the bottom of the glass. So that is why I decided to get shelf rock. I really wanted some shelf rock. I really wanted a nice arch. I really wanted kind of a nice cave for this aquarium. I plan to grow coralline algae on the bottom of the glass as well. I think that's going to make it look really cool. Hopefully I can get coralline algae growing on the bottom of the glass, but as for the rock, I definitely wanted as much rock on the bottom of the glass as possible, and if I go with shelf rock, that'll definitely give me the opportunity to do that. So I decided to go on the internet and buy some Carib Sea Life Rock. However, if you buy it from the internet, you have to get 20-pound boxes, and I wanted not just shelf rock. I wanted some caves, I wanted some arches. By the end of it, I would have spent so much money. Like my budget is like $200, and I would have spent like maybe $800 on rock. I would have had like 80 pounds of rock, and only used like maybe 20 pounds of it. You know, unfortunately, you can't go online and pick out your rock. So what I was able to do is I was able to go to my local fish store, which was actually an hour away from me. It's kind of a drive down there, but I went to my local fish store and I found some Carib Sea Life Rock for sale. Now, they didn't have everything I wanted, but they did have quite a bit. I got 4 pieces of shelf rock. I got a nice big arch rock, and I got this like almost pyramid-shaped cave, almost pyramid-shaped boulder-like rock. But I really wanted a cave, and they did not have it. And I really wanted branch rock, but again, they did not have it. And instead of buying a 20-pound box of branch, I decided to go online and look for other sources of branch rock. And I actually found on this one website, Tonga branch, fake Tonga branch. They basically mold after, they basically take a mold from Tonga branch and create a fake Tonga branch rock. And I really liked that. I expected to get like 2-3 small little pieces of that. They gave me 2 humongous pieces of that rock, and so I had to split it apart to get into my aquascape. Now, something that I also did was, because I actually ended up with too much shelf rock, I had to turn one of these shelf rocks into a cave. So that's what I did. I took one piece, I broke it into a couple pieces, and made this interesting little cave rock. It's really, really interesting looking to me. And then, of course, I took the Tonga branch and stuck it to it, and to me it looks really, really interesting, really, really cool. Of course, if you're doing coral or anything like that, I plan to put macroalgae on this rock, but if you're doing coral or anything like that, you would definitely do a much different aquascape for that type of thing. But I am keeping seahorses, my end goal, in mind for this tank, and I knew that I was going to need some structures for the seahorses to, of course, wrap their tails around and sit around. And I really liked the way the aquascape turned out. Something else that was kind of interesting to think about was, this tank is my first saltwater tank. It's eventually going to be for seahorses. I really want to keep this tank clean, so something that I really wanted to do was I wanted to keep all of the rock off of the glass, except for the bottom panel, of course. I wanted to keep it off of the side panels of the tank. I wanted to keep a good source of flow through the aquarium, and so I was really trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make an aquascape, keep it off of the glass, and have it almost arch around the aquarium? Was the way that I thought was going to actually help with the flow around the aquarium. So I almost arched the rock into themselves, and I really created this interesting look for this tank, and I think the flow will actually look really, really nice, look really, really cool. I think it's gonna work for this tank. I think the seahorses are really gonna love it. I think whatever other fish I'm gonna put in here first is really, really gonna love it. I absolutely ended up loving this aquarium's aquascape. Now, I also did another video, and I gave you guys a sneak peek of this aquascape in that video. It was called The Ins and Outs of Fish Keeping, The Ins and Outs of Aquascaping, really is what that video was. And boy, it looked absolutely cool. I'm really proud of that video. The thing about that video is I really went in depth of how I think about aquascaping with fish. I make the tank aquascape not to really look cool, though of course I always wanted to look cool. I really make the aquascape for the fish. I keep the fish really in mind, and that's why this aquascape kind of took the way, kind of looks the way that it does, because I really kept the fish in mind. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you guys like this aquascape as much as I do? And I'm out for now. Like, share, subscribe for more from this tank. I have so much more planned for this aquarium. And I'm out for now, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Bye.